guys, so I edit my guy's freaking shot. So we try one more game before I place the blow. I can't end it with can't end me playing this game right now with that bad game I just had last video. I can't. I just can't. Simply can't. I simply can't. So what does it do?
I'm waking up to ash and dust.
What number? Never mind. I'm just messing up the video. I was trying to do this connect thing. This is into the thing that's on the PS4, so I don't know.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Trailblazers come into town for this one. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined as always by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Nick Batum?
Well, it's not a finesse game he plays, Kevin. It's a physical. He causes a lot of chaos out there. And using his body and strength to punish opponents.
And here's another thing I've noticed. You know, sometimes at the defensive end, he'll come out.
Alright, Batum, you want me to get 5 assists, right?
Thomas against Lillard.
We got 2 last game.
Pass to Freeland. Outside Matthews. A shot by Batum. No good.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
And the basket by Thomas.
Well, Blazers coach Terry Stotts is a branch on the tree of head coach George Karl, and that's a pretty good tree to be on. In his playing days, Karl coached Stotts in the CBA, and actually Stotts had a pretty good career in Europe.
Count the bucket. Lopez has got his first bucket of the night.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
And for Terry Stotts, after his playing days, he coached as an assistant under George Karl, both in the CBA and then with the Sonics and the Bucks.
And over 2 decades of coaching experience, Kevin. This is his 6th season overall as an NBA head coach. Remember, he coached the Hawks as well as the head man, but I thought did a nice job with Portland last season.
Thompson passes to Thomas. Jacks up a 3. No good. And it's Portland the other way. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
Yeah, they were really in a funk from the field, guys. Credit the defense, definitely, but you know, even when they got open looks, they were not hitting.
Hey, Steve, me and you flub up words and misstate things on occasion. So do these players have bad nights. It happens.
Lillard attacking. Stolen by Thompson. From past the arc. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Matthews gets the screen from Freeland. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
I was like max on my 3s
Chris
just to make
Matthews
a
was
damn
undrafted out of Marquette back in 2009. But he ended up not only making the team in Utah, but starting as a rookie for the Jazz. He solidified himself as a quality wing in this league, and he's a tough defender who can make the outside shot, and you always know what you're going to get from him at both ends of the floor.
Jarrell Wright's checked in for Nicholas Batum. No good from Jay.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
And he gets it to go.
guy sucks.
And Clark, you talked about the toughness
Dude,
for
they're
Wes
going
Matthews
after
until
two.
last season. You know, Steve, he had never missed a game.
250 straight games to start his career. He's battled through pain to always try to get the job done for his teammates. One of my favorite players in the league. Just a tough, physical player who can knock down threes. Somebody you want on your squad.
His dad played in the NBA for a while.
That's right.
McCollum's checked in for Wesley Matthews.
That's a game. I'm going to go like
And,
scoreless.
you know, for the Kings, with a new ownership group, a new coach, a new front office, and a new downtown arena on the horizon, it's exciting times for the Kings fans and a lot of newfound optimism around this team, too.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Here comes Mo Williams. He kicks to McCollum. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 3. And here's Fredette. 1 second left. Good. And so,
passing the ball, guys.
competitive first quarter. Trailblazers out in front, leading by a point. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
Coming up Wednesday, November 13th, Dan Williams and the Brooklyn Nets hit the road for a duel with the Sacramento Kings. Live.
So far, not really liking D-Wade's shot base.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Kings. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Robin Lopez. Matthews out there with Terrell Wright. Then it's Earl Watson. And it's Crab in at the shooting guard position. Over to the left wing. There's McLemore. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. McLemore's got 4 points in the quarter. Trailblazers leading by 8. Now Watson. Outside Matthews. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Now the pass to Jay. The 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. Losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, you want to talk about a team that just couldn't get into a rhythm offensively. That was a really ugly game for them.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder about the game plan, but really, it was more about a lack of execution than anything else.
McLemore, no good. Here's Crab. Kicks to Matthews. A 3-ball. Shot is off. Here's Jay. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And
How do I not make a shot? The perfect releases every time. I'm so totally gonna play things at the
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's halftime on
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
the capital of California. Good looking shot there as we return to Sacramento.
Well, how about LaMarcus Aldridge in this one? He's got 17 points and a steal. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
Yeah, it's really been something, Clark. The energy that he's brought. He's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and first guy back defensively.
God!
That is an
God!
there with Thomas. And it's Salmons in at the 3 slot.
Make a shot, fucker!
For Sacramento. Here's Lillard. Got it. Good
Yeah,
job
it's
in
a
the low
forced
post.
turnover, but yeah,
Lillard's got the
they
first
still had
bucket
the
of
ball.
third here for the
Thought this guy was
Trailblazers.
gonna shoot.
Here's Jay. A 3-point.
Ah! Got it!
There's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Lillard against Thomas. Just 5 to shoot.
It's off. Let's go.
By Patterson. Tries again. And
Wow, my God. I hate this game. I hate it. 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 I hate it.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary.
Fuck this game, dude. No matter what you do, my shot's always off. I don't know why. Give me that shit. Give me the ball. Let's go. It's a foul. Let's go, bitch. And one. Fuck this game,
Aldridge, a great
dude.
score, a factor defensively certainly, and Steve, decent rebound.
It's not late either, man.
He's got a pretty well-rounded game.
Yeah, at 6'11", he can play either the power forward or the.
It's not late. I released it earlier that
He's
time.
best suited in the power forward role where his length really allows him to take advantage down on the block.
It almost seems like they
I
played him
gotta
out
just
of position. If you think
Stop
4 is his
raging.
position, that they played him out of position for most of his career. And that one's good. Aldridge has got the lead up to 14 now for Portland.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Here's Cousins. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got assist
That
number 8
shot
here in this
percentage
one
is going
already.
down so much
Maybe
right
with
now.
that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Aldridge kicks to Robinson.
You want to stay with the Patterson, or you want to freaking play with the dick all day?
Now in the quarter.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure.
Bad
off the
pass
perimeter.
my ass, and that's an
He's had
assist.
a very good day shooting the ball so far.
Oh,
He can
it's
bring
a
them
bad
right back into this.
pass. But
And
it
keeping
still
it
went
from the
through,
sideline,
and I
Doris
don't get an
Burke for an update. Hi,
assist.
Doris.
Gentlemen, Ben McLemore grew up in poverty in the tough town of Wellston, Missouri, near St. Louis. A tiny house with up to 15 people under one roof. At times, no food, no heat. A single mother working nights to provide. And before his senior year, his high school shuttered for good. Basketball was his one escape. He said, quote, "If you say you're from Wellston, they give you that look. It's just the reputation. It's a hard place to live and grow." But he says even now that he's made it out, I'm never going to forget Wellston. I was born and raised there. It's my heart and my pride. I'm going to give back. I want to build it back to how it was. Guys, what an extraordinary story.
An amazing story. And Doris, good thing it had a happy end. Thank you.
You know, a big part of the success of LaMarcus Aldridge is his versatility. You can play power forward, you can slide him over,
Yeah, it was a
move to the
shot
center
to save.
spot, but he's very difficult for anybody to handle. Almost 7 feet tall and extremely skilled.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. McCollum's checked in for Matthews. And Mo Williams subbed in for Lillard. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Fires the 3. Robinson pulls it in. We're going back to Aldridge for a second. He really does have the skill set of a power forward, Clark, and the body of a center.
Yeah, you know, that versatility is really impressive. When you think about a big guy guarding him, you can take him outside and utilize that jumper and quickness. And then if he has a smaller guy, he'll back him down and work him over inside.
The animation sucks so bad in this motherfucking game. This game sucks. It sucks.
Some
It
changes
sucks.
for
It sucks. It
Sacramento.
sucks.
Thornton
I'm
comes
going
in
to
for
16
John
playing
Salvers.
offense.
And it's Vasquez in for Thomas. And so here's Portland. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Williams. Passes it to Aldridge. Great open look there. Aldridge has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
And stolen by Williams. And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop.
Boy, extremely
I want to
opportunistic
understand why
defense
didn't it
leading to
pass
those
like
points
that.
there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make
I
a
have all the
play.
shots I make.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first. But the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
It's Williams with the drive into LaMarcus Aldridge. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
They've done a pretty nice job of taking care of the ball here tonight, but they've got to continue to do so to maintain this lead.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lights checked in. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Jay. Looking at the last game for Sacramento, it was a win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
I love how my perfect
Better not
releases
make a habit of
don't.
giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Here's McCollum. It's good. Great play by
I don't
Williams.
get
to set
why
up.
I missed the most perfect
McCollum's got
open
his second
shot
bucket of
with
the night.
the best
And we're
release in
seeing
my
the shots
life.
just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficiently.
For 3, it falls. And 3 more from Jay. Jay's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, a lot of basketball pundits, so to
I love
speak,
how
would
I
like
go
to
on a streak
eliminate
now once
lottery
I
pick
stop raging.
protection outside the top 3 from trades. They feel it gives teams too strong an incentive to tank. You look at the Blazers last season, they owed their pick to the Bobcats if it was 13th or lower, and they finished the season 8-26 after going 500 at that point. So maybe a little suspicious.
They get it again. 1:22 left in the third. In low to Cousins. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
That's why I don't give you the ball,
Batum's
cousin.
got
That's why I don't give you
rebounds
the
now in
ball.
this one. Ron Clark going back to the Blazers. They finished the season among the worst defensive teams in the entire league.
And that's where they've got to improve, Kevin. They did a decent job denying looks on the perimeter, but they didn't get blocks or steals, so not a real
Rebounding
force
system's
defensively.
broken, the passing
Among the
system
worst
is
in
broken,
fast
and
break
defensive
points and
system
points
is
in the paint
broken.
as well,
2K
so
freaking
they clearly
PS4
have
is
some areas they
broken.
can shore up.
Here's
Yes, you could-
Vasquez. Here's Cousins. Aldridge with the
The
block.
animation
Well,
in
they've
this
been
game
better
is
than good
broken.
on the glass today.
Why
There's a
what the
glaring
fuck did y'all do
discrepancy
that
between
changed the
these
game
teams in
so
that area
much
of the
from the
game.
360
Yeah,
to the
that's what
freaking
paved the way
PS4?
for them to build this big lead, no
Well,
question.
from the current gen and next gen. 'cause
Williams
that's
gets a
the
screen
PS3
from
one,
right.
that's about it.
Williams kicks to right. From downtown. McCollum no good. The Kings trail by 17. Vasquez with it. Now right defending. Patterson a screen on right. To the right side. Here's Jay. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. And it's 13 points for Jay.
Now it looks like he's starting to get things going here after that scoreless first half.
Chilling showers.
And Williams, here we go. Feeds it to McCollum. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. First trip to the line for him here. That free throw good from McCollum. And Portland making a change here. Both free throws good from McCollum. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. Here's McCallum. No good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Trailblazers out in front, leading by 17.
The new season in the NBA.
In a moment now to check out our State Farm assist of the game, and what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Well, this is what he does. This is the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin.
Trailblazers leading by 17. On the floor for Portland, Terrell Wright is out there with Matthews. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Earl Watson. And it's Crabb in at the 2. The kick out to Matthews. Let's go. Salmons grabs the miss. Salmons got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's McCallum. He's covered by Watson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, for Patrick Patterson last season, he was part of a deadline trade from the Rockets to the Kings, and I think he's a good fit with this team. They need outside shooting. He's a face-up 4-man who started to shoot with range out to behind the arc now.
Lillard's checked in for Portland. Robinson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. You mentioned the fit with Patterson on this team. Hard-working player, always has been a good locker room guy.
Yeah, and a former teammate of DeMarcus Cousins at Kentucky as well. So, you know, some hope, I would say, that there will be some good influence there. He's a quality defender, something they needed as well.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. Jay, he's covered by Watson. Here's Jay. Offensive rebound, and it's sent back by Aldridge. But they'll get another chance. Here's Jay. Sacramento again missing.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Aldridge down low. Patterson's there. Aldridge, no luck. The Kings trail by 18. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th.
So that glitch right there, my whole body was into the guy. I don't care about the graphics, I care about my gameplay and everything else.
From the arc. The shot is off. And the Kings going the other way now. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Now the feed to Salmons. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 9 assists now tonight. Portland leading by 15. Lillard dishes to Watson. Salmons against Robinson. Lillard attacking. Into LaMarcus Aldridge. That's good. Aldridge has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's very strong inside, particularly as a finisher. So even if you give him a hard foul, hard contact, nothing seems to bother him. And this guy, as a result, is a good scorer.
Exactly. That's about the only way to stop him once he's making a run at the hoop. And another thing you see him do a lot and do very well is draw and dish. He brings defenders to him in the low post and then kicks the ball out to the wide open teammate if he's double teamed.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Earl Watson. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter.
The way you shoot this game is so stupid too, man. Like, I feel like
Aldridge
shot,
kicks to Robinson.
Shoot, like, faded or something.
The kick out to Aldridge.
So,
Salmons grabs the miss. Salmons got his 7th rebound here tonight. There's a screen. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He'd been turnover free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
Lillard, the pass to Batum.
This game's stupid.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. He feeds it to Robinson. And that one's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
It's a stupid
Finding
animation.
the open man every trip down the floor.
Certainly seems like he's doing that, Steve. I mean, it's been a great passing day for him.
Cousins with a screen on Matthews. Dishes to Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Cousins. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Trailblazers leading by 19. Lillard outside. On the wing, Batum. Back to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Pass to Patterson. He dishes it to Cousins. The jump hook, that's good.
Make that, but you can't make the ones when I give you the
Himself
ball.
a little space on the inside.
Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Batum dishes to Lillard. Back to Batum. Pass to Lillard. Lillard gets the screen from Aldridge. The open shot, Lillard. The Trailblazers rebound.
That's how to bang down low. His hard work gives him another possession.
And he gets it to go.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Thomas kicks to Selmans. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Batum's got his 6th rebound on the night. There's the lob to the hoop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I'd call it an irate finish even.
Here is Lillard. He's coming up on the double-double, just a couple points away.
He's been making it happen all game long. Great effort.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Mike Malone as he addressed his team. He'd like them to better establish the transition game, to pick up the tempo and put pressure on the defense in the open floor. His other objectives centered around just being frenetic out there and bringing that energy. The exact term he used to motivate his guys? Create chaos. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the fourth. Kevin, back to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
From deep, every ball falls through. Another from Jay. Jay's got 21.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his 5th foul.
4th team foul.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Kings trail by 17. There's a minute 34 left here in the fourth quarter, and that one's good.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Well, what we saw here tonight is one team just had everything going for it, and the other didn't. Huge margin of victory for the Trailblazers.
2 great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Aldridge. He came out and let everybody know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robin Lopez is checked in for Aldridge. Joel Freeland comes in for Robinson. Wright, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Krebs subbed in for Wesley Matthews. Here's Jay. Sinks the triple.
Well, their offense has kicked into gear, but it seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
Here's Freeland. No good off the back of the rim. For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Here's Outlaw. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Sacramento, Travis Outlaw.
The first free throw is good.
2 shots.
I'm gonna actually keep the shots to actually make it.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
I'll actually do the party champion.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win.
Now Watson. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big...
Well, Marcus, this is certainly a good win. What was...
See what happens now. Part of the cousins or what?
Hey, man. Thought everyone was gone. I'm not disturbing you, am I? So that was a good game, huh? Yeah, definitely. Hey, what's up? You going out tonight? All right. See you at the shoot around then.
You're getting a starting role, but not for a while. Well, guys, we ended up losing, and then yeah, the thing is said we win. Pretty weird. Sorry for not talking in. I was just raging too much. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Take care. Peace.